The Dodgers beat the Cubs 6-0 in Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. They now lead the series 2-1. Pedro Mora, Andy McCullough. I'm Lindsay Theory for the Los Angeles Times. Rich Hill got the start. It looked like it was going to be a tough outing for him in the second inning. He made it through 6 shutout innings.
Yeah, he had a tremendous game. You know, he hadn't pitched 6 innings in over a month. Hadn't thrown this many pitches since July 7th, I think. So it's pretty remarkable that he got this far, this effectively in the game. And they really needed it from him with 2 more games scheduled before they have their next day off to not get into their bullpen too much. I mean, he basically, he didn't have the curveball command that he's had at times this year, but otherwise he basically did what he does, which is not be afraid in approaching hitters with inner third fastballs and use the curveball when he has it for both strikes and for swings and misses.
Run support's been a bit of an issue for the Dodgers in the postseason. Yasmani Grandal particularly has been in a slump. He seems to always come around with runners in scoring position. Tonight he finally delivered.
Yeah, the game has found him a lot this postseason. He's not been able to come through a lot. He had 2 hits in Game 1 against the Nats, and he hadn't had a hit until tonight, but his hit tonight was huge. He got a 2-run homer off Jake Arrieta that really broke the game open, might be a little strong, but it gave the Dodgers a 3-run lead at a time, when they were sort of clawing for outs on offense, when Rich Hill was still kind of trying to find himself on the mound. And so it allowed Hill to attack in the top of the 5th, which kind of got him through 6. So, yeah, I mean, it was huge. They got after Jake Arrieta tonight. Arrieta's a good pitcher, and they were kind of all over him. They got him out after only 5 innings, scored 4 runs. It was a good night for the Dodgers offense.
Corey Seager, he has been effective in the first inning, not so much afterwards. He was 3 for 4 tonight with an RBI. After the game, he was kind of smiling, said him and Justin Turner joked about it in the clubhouse, but he moved on very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird to say that Seager has been in a slump this postseason since he's had 3 massive hits for them in the first round, but he had been a little quiet, not giving the quality at bats that you're used to seeing from him. So he hit 3 singles, pretty sharply tonight, and that's a really good sign for them going forward.
And finally, Pedro, Kenley Jansen came in for a 4-out close there. Obviously did his job, which he's done most of the postseason.
Yep.
How much money is he going to get paid after this year?
Somewhere between $65 and $85 million, maybe closer to 100 even. I could see it, but they're a bidding war between Aroldis Chapman and the 2 of them. Basically, one of them is going to get, both of them are going to get the record contracts for closers ever given, and probably something like, I would guess, $70 million.
Dodgers fans probably want to know, though, will his arm last the postseason?
Whew, I don't know. I would not, if I were Dave Roberts, have used him in that 9th inning once they took a 6-run lead. But at the same time, it's really hard to argue with the decision to keep him in there. It is a game that you're winning. Your closer's already pitching. Keep him in there, I guess.
So the Dodgers do win 6-0. They take a 2-1 lead over the Cubs in the National League Championship Series. Game 4 Wednesday. We'll be right back here with Andy and Pedro. I'm Lindsay for the Los Angeles Times.